Good afternoon, Pokesports, and welcome to another versus video that me and Mike are going to do against each other. Series 2 is underway, which means we have Paradox Pokemon to play through. So what we're going to be doing here for the next couple of days is pairing two Paradox Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet up against each other in a best of 3. We'll see how this goes. Apparently he has Flutter Mane. That's terrifying. Okay, where do I even begin? Flutter Mane.
So what am I going to choose here? I can start with a Grimmsnarl. I think I can start with a Grimmsnarl. There's a lot of nastiness over there. There's a lot of power, so having those screens are going to be a good idea. Farigiraf isn't really that useful here, I don't think. Hariyama might be useful at the beginning. No, there's a Farigiraf there on that side as well. So why don't we just go Grimmsnarl and Flutter Mane? I think that'll work. That sounds right to me. And then the back, of course, you got to bring the Roaring Moon because Roaring Moon is a beast. And then you can bring the Torkoal to activate, the Photosynthesis though. So what if I start with that?
I think this is definitely the best way to crack through Mike's team, but I don't know. It's looking a little bit scary. It's definitely not something I prepared for. But then again, welcome to Series 2. Completely new metagame. We have absolutely no idea what to expect. And it's just going to be absolute nonsense for the first couple of days. Can't wait for it.
I haven't battled against Kevin since like the first week of Scarlet and Violet. And here we are, Series 2, duking it out again. Iron Hands and Farigiraf is going to be the beginning. And then Grimmsnarl and Flutter Mane is going to be my beginning. Now, the thing that I need to worry about here, it has booster energy. So the attack's going to go up. So, I can't fake out right now because of Farigiraf, but I can either choose to Light Screen or Reflect. I think Reflect is probably the way I want to go here. Let's reduce that damage there. And then Dazzling Gleam is definitely going to be a good move here. Yeah, let's go for Dazzling Gleam. That should do just fine against these guys. Flutter Mane, by the way, incredibly powerful. Yeah, the Grimmsnarl is going to get fake outed, but that's okay. I don't really worry too much about that. Iron Hands is going down next turn if I can get an attack off. That Trick Room is going to be big.
Why does it hurt so bad?
But I think I'll be okay. I think I will be okay. The Farigiraf is going to have to go for a Psychic here on Flutter Mane.
I'm gonna Wild Charge now, and I'm gonna cry. Dazzling Gleam. Maybe I should have gone for Hyper Voice, but it's fine. Dazzling Gleam will do just fine. I went for Dazzling Gleam specifically so I can hit the Grimmsnarl and just make sure that the Flutter Mane will go down this turn. This Hyper Voice wouldn't have hit it. There's a chance that it's Focus Sash. Or it could be Booster Energy, who knows? No, we would have seen Booster Energy by now. So I think it's just Focus Sash. Reflect is going up, but I think Flutter Mane's defenses are so low, this won't matter. Yeah. They're so low that it doesn't matter. Alright. Looking good so far. Gleam coming out should knock out the Flutter Mane and do half health to Grim. Beautiful. Those screens will be a little bit more annoying for Mike's backline, though, because Mike did have some pretty tanky mon on his team.
Torkoal is the fastest thing on the field right now, I believe.
Oh, no.
I believe that is the case. So I can just go for a Light Screen here. And Terrafire Eruption for the both of them. I don't think that the Iron Hands has Wide Guard. I don't think that the Farigiraf has Wide Guard. So this should do... That should be it.
I think I just have to let my Iron Hands drop, unfortunately. Well, I didn't think that one through. If I can undo... If Mike allows me to undo it, I'll be the happiest little man on Earth. If he lets this happen... Oh, he's going in. He's going all in. A big Torkoal. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, I don't think I can play Trick Room into Mike when he has a Torkoal on his team. It's fine. We're okay. Maybe. Light Screen going up now. Not great. Eruption coming out now. Also not great. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yep. We gotta get back in this somehow. Sucker Punch might be one of my only ways. But again, Mike could have Farigiraf in the back. I don't think he does, but, you know, it could happen. This is gonna kind of rely on a speed tie as well, which is so unfortunate. But it's just gonna be the way that the world is.
Now, you know what? I almost feel like bringing out Roaring Moon is the right choice here. Because if I bring Grimmsnarl back out later, then he can fake out the Torkoal. I have Protect, so I can just, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's swap Roaring Moon in, and let's Protect, because this is a good amount of Trick Room turns left. We still have 2. If my Roaring Moon goes down, then I just bring the Grimmsnarl out and I Eruption fake out. Here, I'll just Protect. Grimmsnarl's going to come back. Roaring Moon's going to come out. You know what? Hit me with that Eruption. I dare you. I dare you to hit me with that Eruption. Speed's going up.
All right, speed was heightened. That's actually bad for Mike right now.
He's going to Terrasilize too. On the King Gambit, was that water? No, it's dark. Oh, that's dark.
Wish me luck. I need to crit. The problem is I'm also trying to hit through Reflect. I don't think I'm going to do enough damage here, but I might do enough damage. Torkoal protects. Oh. All right. Well, we know he's not Specs. That's good to know. He saw the Sucker Punch. Listen, that's my only play here. Let's see how much my Eruption can do to the Roaring Moon. Should still do something here.
That does nothing to Roaring Moon. That's beautiful. That was a great switch in, I guess. That works for me. Let's just go for a Protect on Roaring Moon, and then next turn we can hit it with something. Right? Because look. Roaring Moon has Iron Head, Throat Chop, Tailwind. Yeah, if I Protect here, the next turn I can get... No, you know what? If it does no damage to me, I might as well just attack with a move here. Right? We can go for a Throat Chop. We can go for the Torkoal.
And then I'll just go for the Iron Head on the King Roaring Moon.
We'll go for an Eruption here as well. My Torkoal is going to go first. I win the speed tie, baby. Am I going to take out the King Gambit? Yes, I am. And then I'm going to be able to hit the Torkoal, I guess, with an Iron Head now, but that works for me. Not very effective, but still works. Torkoal's going to use Earth Power on my Torkoal. That's painful, but not painful enough. Not painful enough for it to be particularly nasty, but we're going to hit the Iron Head on the Torkoal. I think that's just going to go down. Twisted Dimensions are going to return, so my Roaring Moon is going to get the final Throat Chop today. We're going to go for Earth Power as well in the Torkoal. We're going to end off game 1 against Kevin with a win. I guess all that practice during Series 1 is brought me to this. I can now defeat Kevin sometimes in a best of 3. I haven't beat him yet. That was actually just the first game. Anyway, let's go into game 2. Let's see if we can pull out a second win. Come on.
Okay. Seeing as Mike just went super hard game 1, let's kind of do the same. The Dragapult is a little bit of an iffy choice for me, simply because they have double fairies on that team. But if I go Flutter main, I can go Flutter main, I can go King Gambit right away. I think no matter what I do, I have to bring my fast mode. So I'll go Dragapult, Flutter main, King Gambit, Iron Hands. Let's lock that in. I'll put a lot of pressure with the Dragapult right away. If it forces Mike to swap out, then I'm okay with that. Mike has to fear the fact that Dragapult is the fastest thing on the field. Now, Flutter main, if it's a speed Flutter main, can have a Torkoal swap into outspeed, which is what I'm a little concerned about. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I fear that that's going to happen, I'll make the appropriate swaps. But all right, Mike. Game 2. You know me, guys. I always lose game 1 to come back game 2. Whether I lose game 3, that's a different story. All right, Flutter main, Grimmy. See, this is the double fairy lead that I was a little concerned about. But I also have my own Flutter Mane.
I think for this first turn, though, just to be safe, I'm going to go for a Protect.
I think Terra Gleam here is fine.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a Protect and then set up a Light Screen. Right? Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do.
Actually, no. I think Terra Shadow Ball onto Flutter Mane is what I have to do, followed by a U-turn onto Flutter Mane as well. See how this works. I'm putting a lot of pressure onto Mike's side of the field now. Let's see if Mike takes the appropriate protects. Let's see if Mike even terrestrializes. The good news is that they can't fake out my side of the field. They can set up. Oh, wow. Mike does protect. Okay. That shouldn't make a huge difference. I'll just do the exact same thing next turn. The light screen might make a huge difference.
But this Flutter Mane v Flutter Mane is a little scary for me right now. I'm going to protect myself. Dragapult's going to U-turn. Not going to U-turn today, my friend. Not going to U-turn today. Yeah, so this is telling me that I definitely need to swap into Torkoal. That's probably a physical Dragapult. Or it's using U-turn to activate some kind of weakness policy strat. What was I checking here?
Or is this where Mike goes into Torkoal? Just to outspeed the Dragapult. Does it even matter? Do I even have the switch in for that? King Gambit. Be my best switch in. I won't call it. I'll just go for the basic turn again. Oh wow, it is going to be a Torkoal swap. This also does speed up my my Flutter Mane though. In fact, mine might be faster. This is the second time I win that speed tie. Alright, there's the speed boost on both of them. Terrestrialize this time on Mike's side. So that means it's also going to be a dark type. I mean a fire type, right? Yeah, okay. We got two fire type Flutter Manes. Except one is behind a sub, that's the issue. Not a sub, but a light screen. Alright, Dazzling Gleam. Yep, they're gonna outspeed knock out my Dragapult. Not gonna knock out Dragapult, actually. That's huge. The fact that I was able to eat that is absolutely huge. Alright, the problem is I did no damage to that Flutter Mane. But the good news is I can do a lot of damage to that Torkoal. Yeah, all I gotta do is go into King Gambit and threaten the Sucker Punch. Yeah, let's go for the Shadow Ball here on Torkoal. Let's just protect for now. Assuming it's just gonna be a protect Flutter Mane and then Torkoal Heat Wave or Eruption. Let's just go for a quick little protect. There's no need to get too aggressive here.
This is Kevin. Kevin, he definitely wants to take out my Flutter Mane. He's probably thinking, should I go for a Dazzling Gleam and take out Flutter Mane and do some damage to Torkoal at the same time? Should I Sucker Punch the Flutter Mane? No, he's going to protect with it. No, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack because he thinks that it's just not going to work. So, you know what? Let's go. Let's just hit it. Let's just hit it. King Gambit's going to protect. All right, never mind. Everything's nothing. Still going to hit a nice Eruption. Protect really covered his bases. Ooh, and then he went for Shadow Ball on the Torkoal. Eruption's still going to do quite a bit of damage to the Flutter Mane, I believe. Ooh. Okay.
But it's going to do a wild amount to my King Gambit. If I let it happen. Alright, all that's left here is a Shadow Ball into the Torkoal. And now I could Sucker Punch. It looks like Mike is ready to let Flutter Mane go down. That's what it feels like, at least. It might be ready to let Flutter Mane go down so you get the free swap into something else. We definitely came up on the wrong foot with the beginning of the game. But now it looks like we're doing decently. It really just depends on how this next turn is going to play out. Mike is communicating. All right, there's a sucker punch. Yeah, like I said, Mike is ready to let Fluttermane go down. Torkoal's now low enough to where I think Eruption will not do it. So I think Mike has to switch to like Flamethrower or Heat Wave or something.
This is just what we're going to have to do. Torkoal's going to take a critical hit, so it's not even going to get the chance. Wow. All right, it's down to Grimmsnarl and Hariyama. We're going to place that on the left. We're going to place Hariyama on the right. I can just fake out both of them, huh?
All right, Grimmy. Grimmy's coming back now. Let's see what the final two are. Grimmy and Harry. Double fake out Mons on Mike's side of the field. Like, listen, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm going to be that guy. It's a double fake out on both these Pokemon. Nah. I ain't going for it. The good news is I can go for a D-Gleam. Oh, is this Bullet Punch Harry? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm Fire type. Okay, good. Bullet Punch Harry is a threat. That much I know. Bullet Punch Harry is not one to be trifled with.
And assume that he's going to protect here. Yeah, Fluttermane's going to protect. Oh, no. Oh, this is so bad for me.
Sorry for wasting a turn here, but it's my best play.
I mean, yeah. That would make sense, I guess. Both of them are going to do it. I still have Light Screen up, and I do not have Reflect up. Let's go and check that real quick. Because if I can get this Reflect up, then that will probably mean that that Grimmsnarl will stay alive for a little bit longer. It's nice that they've both hit Protect now, though. I don't have to actually think or worry about that at all. So we'll go for a Reflect. I've got Light Screen up for 3 more turns. I'm going to hit a close combat on the Kingambit. No, I need to start taking out this Fluttermane. I can't just let this Fluttermane live.
All right, Reflect is going up, as it has to. There's the Gleam. Great damage onto both Mons. Followed by the CC. I almost threw. Because I didn't think Hariyama would outspeed my Kingambit. But I am like min-speed Kingambit, so I guess that makes sense. Alright, there goes Fluttermane. Both Fluttermanes have been defeated. Kingambit now with the Iron Head. Should be more than enough to finish off the Grimmsnarl. Beautiful. And now we have the fake out pressure, baby. Now we have the fake out pressure. It's gonna be the Hariyama versus the Iron Hands. What an anime storyline. Give me that booster energy, thank you. Alright, now we always fake out here. Let's just go for the Iron Head. Nice and effective hit. Nothing too special, nothing too fancy.
Let's just see. Can I take out the... Nope. Nuh-uh. Kingambit's gonna Iron Head me. I'm gonna go down. Oh, that's the end of game 2. Nice win, Kevin. Nice win, Kevin. So Kevin came back with the revenge win with the Iron Hands and the Kingambit. I need to respect the Fluttermane. You cannot let Fluttermane go unfettered that long. Need to do something about that early. Anyway, let's go into game 3. Let's take what we've learned this game. Let's try and pull out that last win against Kevin. Let's go. Okay, so here we are. What am I going to do against this lead? So he went Dragapult and Fluttermane. And against that, I can bring Roaring Moon. Might that be the right choice here? Yeah, Throat Chop against the Dragapult would be good. If I go for Roaring Moon and Fluttermane and then decide to swap one of those out, no, I don't like that. I want to do something about that Fluttermane on turn 1. I can't use Trick Room against it, but I can Imprison it. But Psychic isn't really going to help, unfortunately. Hariyama won't do anything either. I think it's got to be Roaring Moon and Torkoal. Yeah. Because the last turn, I wasted a little bit of time by swapping the Grimmsnarl out for Torkoal. If I had just brought Torkoal out right at the beginning, then I think I could have gotten a good attack off and really turned the tides right at the beginning there. So if he goes for the same thing, I think I'm a little bit better prepared for it now. He might still go for a U-turn, but if he goes for a U-turn, he's going to take a big eruption to the face, so wouldn't want that. All right, let's go. Fluttermane and King Gambit.
All right, Roaring Moon. Okay, it might completely changing things up. Goes Roaring Moon and Torkoal. We have King Gambit. I'm not gonna lie, this Torkoal is what is catching my attention. This could be a Steel type. A Roaring Moon. I don't know if I make that call yet though. It's a very aggressive call to make. I think I should keep it simple this turn. Go for a Terrifier. Go for a Gleam. And go for a Sucker Punch on Torkoal. And then we'll just sit here and see. We actually haven't seen what Mike's Roaring Moon does yet. Which is why I'm a little scared. Just not knowing what it does is terrifying. But if it doesn't Terrastallize, then I'm pretty sure just Dazzling Gleam is all we really need to knock it out. Which means it has to Terrastallize, right? That's unfortunate. I probably should have gone for the Mystic Fire. Just because it's just a high chance that it's probably just Steel Terra or maybe even Flying Terra. Regardless, we're Terrastallizing first, going into the Fire Terra just so we could take any Torkoal hits a lot better. Just so we could also take any Roaring Moon hits a lot better, especially if it's going to go for like Steel type moves. We'll just be Fire Terra. Here's a Sucker Punch. Just in case they go for Eruption, we'll weaken it a little bit. Okay, Mike doesn't Terra at all. Goodbye, Roaring Moon. Call it. He called my bluff. It didn't happen, though. All right, we're good. There's the Eruption now. Yikes, but we hang on. We hang on. All right. 31 HP, but it's enough. It's enough to hang in here. I think in this scenario, we just keep Gleaming. I'm going to Protect, just so I don't lose King Gambit this turn, and also so I can Iron Head the Grimmy spot. It's a little sad that I needed Fluttermane to win these battles. But hey, Fluttermane's on the team, isn't it? Alright, King Gambit's going for Protect.
Respecting the Fluttermane is the right choice. Fluttermane flinched, couldn't move. We're going to hit it with an Earth Power.
Knowing that I just wouldn't let him take me out that easily. That was a very good turn for Mike. Okay. I see you.
Defeated the raid boss. We have defeated the Fluttermane. We have our Fluttermane in the back, so that could be good. It could be something. Iron Hands is going to come out. But with Iron Hands out, actually, this is okay. I think we'll be okay. Because here, I haven't set up the Reflect yet. I'm going to set up the Reflect right now. Reflect is going to go up. And Earth Power, I could use that on the Iron Hands as well. Or I could try and take out the King Gambit. But I think the right play is to go for the Iron Hands. Do I want a Flamethrower? No, I want to go for the Iron. I would go for the Earth Power. The Flamethrower's in the sun. That does more damage, doesn't it? That does the same damage. Wow, that's surprising. Let's do that.
I just might be throwing. We'll see. If Mike goes for the Spirit Break onto my King Gambit... Okay, just Reflect. Alright, fine. I guess he also realizes he needs Reflect to stay alive. Alright, Iron Head. I might be able to Sucker Punch one of these two now. I think just a Wild Charge onto Grimmsnarl. And a Sucker Punch onto Torkoal is all I need. So let's do just that.
King Gambit's going to Sucker Punch. It's not going to take out the Torkoal. It's going to do like minimal damage, but I think even with minimal damage, it might take out the King Gambit. Yeah, that's going to take out the Grimmsnarl, but I'm happy that Grimmsnarl at least got a chance to attack first, which is great. Iron Hands is damaged. This is going to take out the King Gambit, right? Please? No, I did it wrong. Oh my gosh. It's fine. Both of my Pokemon are my Fluttermane's fast. Fluttermane is fast. Photosynthesis in the sun is going to increase my speed. Dazzling Gleam should clean up. I don't know what they have in the back, but we'll go for a flamethrower anyway. I know that the King Gambit can protect. The Iron Hands might protect.
I have to do something to it. Alright, Fluttermane's gonna Terra. How does this play out? Because Fluttermane might be Mike's way in to this game. Sucker Punch should still do a lot. Does about half. There's no way either one of my Pokemon live this turn.
Iron Hands goes down. King Gambit goes down. And now it's just me against the world, buddy.
I don't know if I brought the right Pokemon to the end game here. If I brought Dragapult, that photosynthesis just wore off, but I'm just about to give it photosynthesis again. I'm gonna go Torkoal because I don't have a choice. How do I game this?
So I'm going to get my photosynthesis back. It doesn't matter. I'm just going up against a Torkoal, but he's in the sun now, so I should be a little cautious. We're going to go for a Shadow Ball on the Torkoal because that's the only thing that's going to do decent damage, and then we're going to go for an Earth Power. If I can win the speed tie with my Torkoal, and my Torkoal can go first, then I believe that I will win this.
Because like I have no choice but to attack Fluttermane. Like in my brain, that's very obvious that my only play is to attack Fluttermane. Oh, okay, no protect from Fluttermane.
Okay, so I think this might wear out the light screen turns. I don't know how many light screen turns there are though. Kevin probably does. Torkoal's going to protect itself. How many turns left? There's no light screen at all. There never was. We're going to go for Shadow Ball on Torkoal. Earth Power. Let's go. Let's see it happen this time. So Shadow Ball is going to do how much damage? Half damage. Okay. Earth Power on the Fluttermane, and then, even though it went first, I think my Earth Power should be able to clean it up. Let's see it happen one time. It did it. It did it. Oh my goodness. Through all of the mishaps, through all of the eruptions where you shouldn't have erupted, through the light screens that you thought were there but weren't there, still managed to pull the win. 2-1 versus Kevin in this best of 3. That was awesome. Okay, let's go and take this into the lab. We'll go and talk about the rental code, and then we'll get you out of here. Come on.
And here you have the rental code for the Iron Hands team. Unfortunately, taking home a loss in today's video. But nevertheless, it's a fun team. It's a strong team. It all came down to 1 HP. It literally all came down to probably a min-max roll at that point. So this team is definitely fun to play against. It's not fun to play against. It's fun to play with. Does have options for Trick Room. Does have options outside of Trick Room. Makes use of the Iron Hands, I think, in a great manner. I love King Gambit. I love Farigiraf. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use Farigiraf too much in today's video, but Farigiraf can either be your Trick Room setter or your Trick Room stopper. You can kind of pick and choose which mode you want to go with this team. That's why I prefer playing it a lot. Iron Hands is very strong. I'm still not completely sold on whether it's stronger than Hariyama because it doesn't have access to like Wide Guard and doesn't have access to like Guts Flamewar, but for what it does, it is a very strong Pokemon. That's a fact.
And here it is, the rental team for this Fluttermane and Roaring Moon combination. I love this team. I think it does so well. The Grimmsnarl using the most popular Terra type of it all, the Grass Terra type, just so that it doesn't get Rage Powdered or Spored. You don't want Fake Out to be doing any bad things. You don't want Spirit Break to be doing any bad things. You still want to get off the light screen and the Reflect, and a Spore would stop you from doing that. The Fluttermane with the Fire Terra is probably the highlight of this team. With Mystical Fire, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and Protect, Mystical Fire does just so much damage, especially when you're in the sun with Photosynthesis. Some people would opt to make their Fluttermane more specially offensive, right? But in this case, not so much. You want to be as fast as you can so that you can outspeed other Flutter mains, hit them with Shadow Balls before they terrastalize, hit them with Dazzling Gleams, hit them with Mystical Fires, that kind of stuff. Torkoal with Terra Fire as well, Eruption, Flamethrower, Earth Power, Protect. Eruption does a ton of damage just when you're in the sun and damaged, I guess. And Hariyama helps you achieve that by hitting the other Pokemon with Fake Out. Grimmsnarl helps you achieve that by hitting the other Pokemon with Fake Out. Farigiraf with Hyper Voice, Dazzling Gleam, Trick Room, and Prison. You want to be imprisoning those Trick Rooms just so you don't get Trick Roomed yourself. On those kind of teams where you eliminate the Trick Room, you can then bring out Hariyama, and it will actually outspeed some of the slower Pokemon that are there. Or if you hit a team that still manages to get the Trick Room off, it'll still do some damage and sometimes outspeed some of the Pokemon that are a little bit higher speed than it. And then Roaring Moon with the Clear Amulet. Great to not be debuffed by any of these Pokemon, right? By any Pokemon that can bring your attack down so that you can hit those Iron Heads, Throat Chops, so that you can set up the Tailwinds without having to worry about a speed drop or a defense drop or anything like that. Throat Chop's really good against the other Farigirafs that are in the meta. Some other Pokemon that run Hyper Voice that you might not expect, like a Dudunsparce. I'm really scared of Dudunsparce. I guess you could use that against a Sylveon, but in that case, you would just be using Iron Head with the Terra Steel. Anyway, this is the team. That's the rental code. I hope you enjoyed this battle against Kevin. I managed to actually pull out a 2-1 win against him for this one. We're going to be battling with all kinds of different teams over the next little bit, so make sure you are subscribed to Pokesports to keep up with all of that. Anyway, I've been Mike. I play with 2 Pokemon on the field.
I'm Pokesports. Have a great night.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye-bye.